if I can say something about that.
Yeah.
In Israel, you don't have the privilege to not work hard. Like here in America, the life are really easy. Like for us, we are looking the Americans and we are envy.
Yes.
Like we jealous because in Israel, like a home will cost you $500,000. Like not fancy home, like an apartment.
Wow.
So we don't have the opportunity that you Americans have to live in our country without working really hard. So Israel makes everybody, and I'm not saying it's good, really hard workers.
Let's talk about big picture, man. Do you guys have like a defined goal? Like what a number of doors that you guys want to own within the next 3-5 years?
Our goal for now is 60 units per year to acquire for ourselves, 60 units per year. Simple.
Yeah, but we, until now, we always buy more.
Yeah.
This is the goal, and we
Usually kill it.
That's incredible. That's incredible. So at the moment, you guys have just over 100 doors under management, right?
Right.
That's huge, right? So for somebody that's watching this video, right, that's either on the fences or just kind of dabbling, look at this is a perfect example of what you can build, right, with a little bit of vision and then just taking the action, putting it in place. I think a lot of people, myself included, right, even like the early stages, I was afraid to get out there and put myself, you know, on Front Street and let people know that I'm doing, but I talk about it a lot. Like if people don't know what we do, we're missing the mark. Because I believe that some of the greatest opportunities come from relationships.
Connections.
Yeah, connections. They really do. But now that people know, hey, Paz and Ito, Brick Barn Investments, they're looking for multifamily units in the Columbia area. You guys are going to be the first person that comes to mind in a lot of these people's heads, right? Like, oh, this big deal comes to our desk. I might as well reach out to these guys because we know that they're moving and shaking, right? And then to take that a step further, it's just always, it's intrigued me, right? Like I look at the like American culture as a whole, and I feel like where things are going, our generation's getting lazy, we're getting entitled, and we don't really want to do the work, right? Most Americans. And then you look at, you know, people that will move here from different countries and they're flourishing business owners and stuff. It's just, it's a mindset. It's a perspective, right?
If I can say something about that.
Yeah.
In Israel, you don't have the privilege to not work hard. Like here in America, the life are really easy. Like for us, we are looking the Americans and we are envy.
Yes.
Like we jealous because in Israel, like a home will cost you $500,000. Like not fancy home, like an apartment.
Wow.
So we don't have the opportunity that you Americans have to live in our country without working really hard. So Israel makes everybody, and I'm not saying it's good, really hard workers.
Yes.
Because if not, you are not surviving. You're not making enough to like feed your family. So you must work hard and like play hard. Because if we would live in America, if we would grow up here, maybe we wouldn't with that drive, because you can buy here a great house for like 100, 150 and live your life and just like go to vacation, enjoy. So unfortunately in Israel, it's much more like struggling and tough. So we must do it.
Yeah.
Like,
wow. So that just makes me think like difficult times make strong people. Right? Like, I mean, my story, I went to prison, I was a little knucklehead, made some poor choices, but hitting rock bottom made something like awaken inside of me, right? And just an example, but it's the people that have to go through the struggles, right? That know what it's like to scrape ends meet together just to pay the bills, that in many cases, not all the time, right? But you end up realizing that the greatness lives inside of you, right? So if you just get out of your own way and stop living in your comfort zone, that anything is possible, right? You just have to believe it in your mind.
Yeah.
That's incredible.